We'll look into problem number 11. Now this is also very much similar to your previous problem. I'll just go through the problem once. Please listen carefully, okay? Vijaya Limited went into voluntary liquidation on 31/12/2015, on which date its capital consists of 3,000 shares of rupees 100 each, fully paid, and particulars of assets and liability is given. So you have only one class of equity shares and the face value is 100 and they have completely paid the 100 rupees. Okay. Secured creditors, securities realized 45,000 by themselves is 33,000. So after a very long time we are coming across the same entry. So I had taken a loan for 33,000 keeping the assets as a security, but now when I have sold those assets, I have sold it for 45,000. So if you see, there is a surplus here. Okay. Unsecured creditors, out of which 7,500 belongs to preferential creditors and it is 82,500. Okay. 8% debentures having a floating charge 60,000, cash in hand 1,500, machinery realized 52,500, stock realized 30,000, debtors realized 15,000. So instead of giving you assets realized, they have split the assets and given. That is the only difference in this problem. Fine. Instead of telling you assets realized, they have given you which are the assets that have been realized. Machinery, stock and debtor. So all these three are called as my assets realized. Liquidation expense is 3,570. You have to give interest on debenture for 1 year until the date of winding up. Liquidator's remuneration is 4% on the assets realized by him, including surplus from the secured creditors. Okay, so it is 4% on the assets realized. Also, you should include the surplus from the secured creditors. Which is a surplus here? See, I had taken a loan of 33, but now I have sold it for 45. So the difference here represents my surplus. That also should be considered while giving 4% commission. That is the only difference here. Okay, 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors. Prepare the liquidator's final statement of account showing the rate and amount distributed as final dividend to the unsecured creditors. So we'll just start with the problem. So this is problem number 11. Fine. So usually according to your format, under the receipts we always start from writing cash in hand and cash in bank. So in this problem, if you see, we have cash in hand given in the problem, so I am writing cash in hand. Okay, so cash in hand given is 1,500. It is already there in the problem. Next, we write surplus from secured creditors. Okay, in these many problems we did not have, but in this problem we have surplus from secured creditors. Okay. Okay, so what is a surplus from your secured creditors? Secured creditors, it is secured creditors is 45,000, 33,000. Means I have taken loan at 33. Now when I have sold it for 45,000. So 45,000 minus 33,000, that will give you 12,000. Please don't forget all this. This we have done in the initial 2-3 problems itself. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Then we write assets realized. So here, instead of giving you as a lump sum amount of assets realized, they have given you 3 assets which have been realized. First one they have told is machinery. Machinery is realized at 52,500. After machinery, stock. Stock is realized at 30,000. Then debtors, that is realized at 15,000. So my total assets realized is 97,500. Okay. So under receipt side, we have covered all the items. We'll go ahead with the payment. So I start my liquidation expense. Liquidation expense given is 3570. Check whether you have any legal charges. There is no legal charges, so I write liquidators remuneration. So you have two percentages given. One is at 4% and the other one is at 2%. Okay. So we'll do the working for liquidators remuneration. %4 on assets realized. Okay, please read the sentence again. They have told assets realized by him including surplus from secured creditors. This is given in the question. Okay, I did not write this. This they have given in the question. Okay, how do you give the 4% commission? Assets realized including surplus from secured creditors. Including means add. Now how much is the total assets realized? 97,500 plus what is the surplus from secured creditors? Surplus from secured creditors is 12,000. Okay, now there is difference here. Please don't write 45,000 because in the initial first two problems we have considered 45,000. Here why didn't we write 45? Because they have told take only the surplus. If they have told including securities realized, then I would have taken 45,000. But they did not tell securities realized. They told take only the surplus. So that is why I am writing 12,000. So that will give me a total of 1,09,500. Okay, so 1,09,500, 4%, 4,380 is the liquidator's remuneration. Okay, so at 4% it is 4,380. Next is at what? 2% on unsecured creditors. But please remember, before you write for unsecured creditors, check whether there is debenture given. In this problem, you have debenture holders. Debenture holders amount given is 60,000. So write 60,000. Check even interest also should be given. They have told interest on debenture should be given for 1 year and the percentage is 8%. So it is 60,000 8%. That is 4,800. Okay. Now you have to calculate your unsecured creditors. Okay. In previous problem, how did we do? After we have done with your 4% assets realized, immediately we start off with writing your calculation for your remuneration on unsecured creditors. Why? Because in those problem we do not have information on these two, but in this problem we have debenture and interest. So write these two and then calculate your remuneration. Okay, please keep in mind, whenever you're doing percentage on unsecured creditors as remuneration, you should write debentures and interest, then only you should do the calculation. These many problems I did not do like that. Why? Because these two was not given in the problem. But in this question we have these two information. So write this first and then go ahead with your calculation. Okay. If you have doubt in this, please ask me. So now I am going to do 2% on unsecured creditors. So this is the same. That is, you find out what is the actual available balance in the problem and then you compare it with the amount given in the question. Okay, so amount given in the question for unsecured creditors, it is 82,500. Okay, so amount given in the question is 82,500. Now I find out how much is the actual amount available. How do you find out? Receipt minus payment. So under the receipt side we have 1,500 plus 12,000 plus 97,500. All this are my receipts, from which I am supposed to minus 3,570 4380, 60,000 and 4,800. All these represents my payment side. Okay, so please keep in mind you have to consider all this. Okay, new item which I have taken is debenture and interest. Fine. Now please check whether you have enough of balance or not. So this is giving me 1,11,000 minus this is 72,750 and that will give me 38,250. So when I take the difference, it is 38,250. So amount given is 82,500, but the actual balance is only 38,250. So obviously I'm supposed to use second formula because I don't have sufficient balance. I don't have this much of amount in the problem, so I am using second formula. If this was somewhere around 1 lakh or 85,000, I would have straight away used first formula. Okay. So how do you calculate your remuneration? Cash available. How much is the cash available? 38,250 into percentage of remuneration is 2 divided by 100 plus 2. So that will give me a remuneration of 750 rupees. So here I will be writing 750. Okay, then everything remains the same. As per the format, we have to write preferential creditors. Preferential creditors is 7,500. Okay, and then I am supposed to write unsecured creditors. Before you write unsecured creditors, check whether you have enough of balance or not. Definitely we don't have balance. That is why we have used second formula. So 1,11,000 minus 3,570, then 4,380, 750, 60,000, 4,800 and 7,500. You get only 30,000. So that I will be calling it as balancing figure. Same problem. Your first 2-3 problems, this is what we have done. So only thing you have to remember here is when you are writing debenture 60 and interest 4,800. That also should be considered before you calculate your unsecured creditors. Okay. So the problem is quite simple. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay.